The Minnesota Vikings are the best fan base in the NFL, hands down, and it's not even close. There is something about the Minnesota Vikings fandom, and it's just it's just incredible how wonderful our fans are. Some of the greatest players, analysts, or just simple observers have always pointed out US Bank Stadium to be the best stadium in the NFL, for Vikings fans to be the most the best fans that give off the best vibes. They cheer for their team at the highest decibel volume. We see it in US Bank Stadium a lot. And us Vikings fans, we build bonds through our team. It doesn't matter how bad our team loses or how great we win. Our bonds are unbreakable. We form unbreakable bonds through our team. And I feel that we've come to a certain point in time where we've built a culture. The Viking way is what I like to call it, where we're not just fans of a team. We are brothers and sisters through this team. And I feel that everyone on the team feels the same way, especially since Kevin O'Connell started to become our head coach. I really liked the culture he built in the locker room. Good football teams also have to have good locker rooms. The players, they gotta have good relationships with one another. They have to have good relationships with their coaches, their teammates, their just anyone in the building, And I just feel like the Minnesota Vikings and their fans have built such an incredible culture around one another, you know. And if you ever want to hang around a bunch of cool, nice people who give off great vibes and love football, 99.9999999% out of 10 or out of 100 will always be Vikings fans. And I feel that we have built such an incredible community. For example, Vocal Vike. Vocal Vike, incredible channel. Uncle Rap, I appreciate you. Love you, always have. Um, I really love the community that he's built, and I've always loved the community. I've always loved being part of it too. There are so many others I could name, and if I started naming them, I could never stop. But that's just proof. That's just proof that us being a fan of this team helps us extend the culture. Because other people want to join in too when they see how good the community is. We are never toxic fans. You know, there is just something so special about the Minnesota Vikings and the fans and the state of Minnesota in general. As you see in the rankings, US Bank Stadium is always ranked first, number one in stadiums. The stadium is just as great as, like, the fans are just as great as the design of the stadium. The design of the stadium is incredible. The fans, the stadium, the unique energy, the vibes they give off, the skull chant. No other team can replicate that kind of greatness, that kind of vibe, that kind of community. And US Bank Stadium is just such an incredible thing. It's a thing of beauty. It's a Viking ship on land, and it's built to reflect all of Minneapolis on it. If you look closely, that's just absolutely incredible. Love everything about the team. Love everything about Minnesota in general. That's definitely my home. I was born there, raised there for 7 years, best 7 years of my life. And 100%, the Vikings are just an incredible organization because we extend beyond football. We extend beyond wins and losses in football games. We are a community. We've built a community, and it's only going to keep on going and going and going. We see it all the time. The bonds are unbreakable. The people that I've managed to interact with and bond with and feel like family with through the Vikings, so many of them. Beyond countless people, by the way. So I feel like this team is a blessing. I feel like being a Vikings fan is a blessing from God, despite all the heartbreak that it can bring. All the heartbreak it can bring during the games, it's understandable. But the fact that God has blessed us with an incredible community outside of football through this team is something that I could never, ever, ever want to take back. I am so grateful to be a Vikings fan. Now is a great time to be a Vikings fan. And I feel that the Viking way is just continuously living through all of us who wear purple. And I'm actually very, very excited for the future. And of course, it is always a blessing from God to be named JJ Vikings, of course. To be that kind of person, to be a part of this community, and to be recognized by so many people, so many fans, so many players, even, analysts as well. And even the time that I got to go to Fox 9 to talk Vikings and express my love for the game, it felt more than just talking about football. Whenever I talk on the mic with other fans regarding Vikings football, it always feels like I'm talking about more than just Minnesota Vikings football. It feels like I'm talking with a brother and or a sister um, about the life of being a fan and of being in the community of the purple, and it's just the best community in the whole wide world, and it's something that I will always have immense gratitude to be a part of. Being a Vikings fan, just it really shows you how great people can be, and that it's not just about football. It's not just about football. And Skullfest, if you guys don't know about it, I'll have the link in the description or in wherever you guys are, whatever app you guys are watching this on. I'll have the link there. But Skullfest is a great example, and an event hosted by Vocal Vike and SK Sean Kenner. I feel like it's just an incredible way of showing you that no matter who wins, who loses, no matter if our team wins or loses during the weekend, we always win as a community. And as a community, winning as a community is the most important part of us getting together as Vikings fans. We are brothers and sisters, and in general, we're all brothers and sisters through Christ, And I'm just very grateful to be a Vikings fan and a child of God, experiencing all the blessings. But the Vikings are a team with the greatest fans in the entire organization of the NFL, and it's going to stay that way. This community is unbreakable, and the bonds are unbreakable. We built them, and they're never coming down. I'm so grateful to be a Vikings fan. Appreciate you all. Skull Vikings. We ride or die with the purple, and I'm riding with the purple forever and ever. It's never going to change. You cannot ask me to pick a new team. It's like asking me to choose a new limb, like to cut off this hand and choose a new one. Just can't do that. Gotta ride with the purple. And if you cut this hand open, you'll see purple. Trust me, I bleed purple, and it's never gonna stop. So thank you all for your support over my, I believe it's been 3 years now of me doing content for this team and just cheering for this team. It's truly been a blessing. Thank you all. Skull Vikings. I'm so excited for the season.